Alright, here we are, midway race 4. A lot of waiting around here at Coulon Park for our Seattle Drifter Olympics. But Bob Wells out front. Lap 1. So we head down into our leeward gate. Super light to no wind here, but we're making the best. Bob, that's not the gate. Red ones.
Wrong gate, Bob.
A little outside assistance. We're all going to get protested as Bob is doing Gary Bowl a solid, letting Gary lead for a little bit. As Gary eyes up the inside mark. So head back upwind. David Jensen in the 6-8 boat round in second. Bob Wells in third in the 2-1. Mike Hansow in the 5-3 in fourth. You guys going inside. There's Mr. Mark Olson, 155. Alex Clocky in the 711. So we get Larry Grant in the 185 going outside. And Dan McDuff in the 05, followed by Peter Conzi in the making K2 great again in the 1-1 boat. As we head second trip upwind, as I try to run things, set the course, and film a few. Not quite sure who's in the lead. Gary went left. Sneaky Mark Golson's over here on the right, out of everybody's purview. Mark's like a tiger, sneak attack. From nowhere. As Larry Grant gets a full head of steam, puffing up wind. As let's see, Gary's coming in hot on port out there. Gary likes the outside. Potato Express here at Coulon. Familiar habit from Gary at Canadian Nationals was also doing that. He looks like he might make it there first. We'll see. As we head upwind, looks like Gary sneaking in under David Jensen. As we cruise on through, David sneaks out into first in the 6-8 boat, followed by Bob Wells in the 2-1. I think Gary had to do a turn for rubbing the mark. As we head downwind for the last time. Looks like David Jensen, the 6-8 boat, Vickers boat, V11, I think. Bob Wells in the 21, the green 21, Cantoon S. We got Larry Grant in the 185 Viz or Vis. I'm not sure how you say it. You know, I was in the KISS Army in the 70s, so I think you say this. But these new young kids like to call it a Viz, even though it's not spelled V-I-Z-Z. It's V-I-S-S. We got Mark Golson sneaking in the mix in the 155. As we come in for the finish, boats fairly well grouped together. I got Peter Conzi, the 1-1 boat, coming through. As we head down to the leeward gate for the last time. I'm going to do my PRO thing, call the finish, and I'm going to film it, so you guys are going to all tell me when I get it wrong. Hopefully not. Hopefully I'll get it right. As scooch. Can you move that to me? Yeah, thank you. It's David Jensen pulling out some magic here at the Coulon Kerfluffle. 6'8", as he goes the inside. As Bob and David head for the finish line. It's a little tight here. Probably could do a separate finish line, but trying to get some races in. 6'8".
I feel so much better now.
2-1. 0-5. 1-5-5. 1-8-5. 7-1. 1-1. Oh, thank Kevin. 7-1-1.
Oh my.
2-6. 107. 1-9. 5-3.
Seconds. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All clear.
11 stay
And we're off like a turd of hurdles. Race 5, maybe Shier?
What?
Race 5?
Race 5, yes.
Race 5. Oh my gosh. Halfway to 10. As we head upwind here on Wimpy Lake, Washington today. But smooth water. Smooth water though. We got to count our blessings. We're racing because we did a lot of chatting, a lot of pontificating, a lot of sitting around waiting for the wind. I can't even in good faith say that it's actually here. It's but it's boats are heading upwind.
There is a club, but I think it might be.
Little wackiness here on September 27th, 2025, IOM Region 6 Championships, IOM class. As David ducks a few boats on starboard, but maybe does the gentleman thing and doesn't call the penalty on him. As getting a few races in late in the day. What time is it? 1:53. We're supposed to go to 4:30. And then we're off to Bob's house to drink his beer and eat his chips on Mercer Island. So if you come to Washington, sometimes we'll treat you to a little field trip. Somebody's home, so we're super happy Bob is hosting us tonight. They did let him win a race, so maybe that's why. As bass fishermen come in, and just slog upwind. Still for the first time. As we're 3 minutes in. It looks like Mr. Larry Grant in the 185, making model sailing great again. He's making it to the windward mark first. As looks like Mark Gollison, the 155, in second. Behind Larry as we head downwind for the second time of all the boats. You definitely want to hit the playback speed button on this one and go a lot faster for this playback. These things are getting pretty light. As we check back in, Mr. Larry Grant still out in the lead. Mark Gollison, the 155 in second. Gary Bowl, roll Bowl, has managed to stay on his feet so far in the regatta. He's not tripped, fallen, or running over anybody, much to the city's of Renton's delight. Looks like Mr. David Jensen, who won this last race, is in fourth, followed by Oh Thank Heaven 7-11 Alex Clocky. And big Mike Hansau in there in the 5-3 boat, also coming downwind, slogging. Man, if you have 10x playback on your YouTube, use it. This is some slow sailing today. But it's technical. Try to make it happen. Trying to keep these boats moving. So everybody's trying to solve the same problem, and some are solving it better than others. As Larry Grant motors downwind, big head of speed. The 185. For the first time. There's Larry, sizes up a leeward gate. Mark in second, the 155. Looks like Gary Bowl still in third. David Jensen, Alec Clocky, fourth and fifth-ish. Got Jerry Warren Brower on the outside, followed by Mike Ansau on the red boat, 5-3 on the inside. As we pray for more wind, but we got lots of warmth and lots of heat here. As we head back upwind, and the Drifter Olympics. I marketed this as the battle in Seattle, but it's more like survival in Seattle, surreal in Seattle, slow in Seattle, slithering in Seattle. Come up with some new branding as Mark comes the inside against the dock. Larry coming over to cover in the 185. And we head back upwind. Mark's down at my feet. I can barely get him in camera. There's the top of Mark's mast. It's like, you're too close, Mark. There you are. As the slither in Seattle keeps moving on. Mark in commanding position on starboard, just really putting the screws to Larry Grant here. Larry doesn't know what to do. So he just sails on, but crosses Mark with no problem. Larry Grant's favorite sailing strategy: hope and pray, close the eyes, and oh no, I'm getting the low battery. The low battery light. Not sure it's gonna make it. It's hanging on by a thread. My charging apparatus went off last night. I didn't think I would be filming. Thought I was going to be working, but the fans demanded some video. They said they were going to boycott me unless I.
Well, actually, I won't. I'll just say.
Unless I didn't. So, anyways, Larry's still up front. In case you're interested, Mark in the 155. As we're 9 minutes into this race. This is a slow one, Amy Shier.
I know.
Doesn't look like the wind seems kind of the same, but
it does.
definitely going slower. As the boy's eye up that windward mark, as my red battery thing flashes at me. So if we drop out, that's what happened. That's what happened. Got Gary Bowl in his normal position, way on the outside in 7-1. Got Bob. I'd buy a boat at the drop of the hat wells and the 2-1 boat there, heading upwind. Telling Peter Conzi, your K2 is perfectly fine, but my Cantoon S is the shizzle.
Another battery over there anywhere?
Yeah, I do.
You want me to try to find it?
Yeah, I think it's like in a zip bag, like a gray or black zip bag. It's on like a little black.
This? Regatta suits you both.
All right. We could have fed you. We had food.
What's that?
We had food. We could have fed you. Oh, Larry's a little low, Mark. Mark's going to smother Larry for a while there. No, not that. It's like on a black, there's two of them stuck to a black Charger. As Mark and Larry in the match racing duel up there. As my assistant tries to, yeah, just slide one of the batteries off. Thank you. As Mark and Larry go at it, but Larry still stays out front. Mark's right behind, says I'll slit your throat later, Larry. I'll let you get through these Mark roundings and I'll find another way to get past you. As the beeping battery goes beep, beep, beep. But it's hanging in there. It's hanging in there, folks. As we turn downwind in our floater. Floater in Seattle? No, that doesn't work. Sorry, I zoned out there, but Larry's still in first. Mark in second. Got Gary Bowl in the 7-1 boat. Coming in hot in third. Got Big Mike Hansau in the number 4 position in the 5-3 red boat. Followed by David Jensen, the other red boat in the 6-8. Followed by Bob Wells in the 2-1. First time racing this boat. Just bought it off one of the other skippers who says he's too busy building his hot rod to sail model boats. So I guess you sell your IOMs to fund your Cobra kit car builds. As we see the fleet coming in. It might be a nice day for a balloon ride. I think balloons do well when there's not much wind. We got Larry Grant, the 185. Coming in hot. Larry's coming in hot, but Mark, no way. Mark's in his own wind. Look at him go.
He
Just
is.
closing the gap.
Oh my.
Mark knows the angles.
Look at this guy go.
Mark, All-American. All right, well, hey, great time for a battery to go dead. As Mark Carlson gets past Larry in the dead air. 155. 185.
Lucky shift there.
5-3.
You played it good coming in short.
7-1.
They'll win. I was trying to say
6-8.
I can't live up to that.
2-1. 2-6. 7-1-1. 1-1. 0-5. 1-9.
That's remarkable.
And 107.
Seconds. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All clear. Even Larry. Here we go. At the Bobber in Seattle.
Some waves coming.
I need another S. Or no. No. Need a new tagline. Mark Carlson comes in here the inside in the 155. Got scolded by Jerry Brower for not filming his win on the last race. So I told him just to go win again and I'll film it. So we'll see if Jerry can hold up his end of the bargain. As Peter Feldman just crosses him on port. As Peter sat out 3 races replacing a winch. Then we immediately took a break. But we're a well-oiled machine here in Seattle. Usually plenty of wind here, except for today, maybe tomorrow. As Jerry tries to get 2 in a row here.
Yeah, I'm being danced.
There's the slow Seattle slog upwind.
Some 11's got me again. That's me every time.
Oh, yeah. No, didn't duck you that time.
Yep.
He enforced his rights. He let you know.
That's the second time he's hit me again. In the right.
You don't have a target on your Viz yet.
Not that yet.
Boats spreading out from right to left on this course. Hard to tell who's in front, but it looks like Peter Feldman, who I've dubbed the world's youngest snowbird. Makes it to the windward mark first. Copper colored viz. As Peter heads over the offset. I managed not to set the offset upwind as a courtesy. Ooh, Peter really overstands that one.
Okay. Lining up for 7-11 again.
Looks like Mark Allison in second place in the 155. When you play this back, remember 10x playback speed will be your savior. It's Bob Wells in the 2-1 boat. Comes around the offset third, followed by, who is that there? That is Dan McMuffin.
There's crap going on up there.
Dan McMuffin.
You got it zoomed in. What is it? What's going to happen there?
Oh, I'm not on that mark. As Peter Feldman enjoys his Sunday sail out front, but Mark Olson's going to be right on his hip. Mr. Dan McDuff in the V11 out of the JWB Racing Stables is heading out for some big wind. Decides not to go straight at the mark. I'm flying in on a reach. Show him who's boss and is it a V11? McDuff?
Yeah.
V11. JWB Racing has 3 boats on the water. As we head downwind, Royce Reed, who was supposed to be here, is texting me for results. He wants to see where everything's at. Trying to monitor us from afar. Maybe we'll see Royce tomorrow. Maybe we won't. But he's on our list. As we come into our leeward gates for the first time. Got Peter Feldman, 4-4 out front. Mark Olson in the 155 in second. Dan McDuff in the 05 in third. He's going to pay me big money for this film. We got Bob Wells in fourth in the 2-1. Alex Clockey in fifth in the 7-1-1. And then they're 3 wide. 2 red boats, 6-8 of David Jensen, Mike Hansow, 5-3. Potato, Gary Bull in the 7-1 boat. As Jerry's not holding up his end of the bargain to win this race. As Mark tacks away. Closing the gap from Peter. Has to deal with a few other boats. As Mark maybe chips away at Peter a little bit. And the 4-4, Peter says, well, maybe I should cover Mark. Don't leave Mark alone too much because he'll figure out how to way to get you. But maybe as the attacking duel goes on, Mr. Dan McDuff might benefit as Dan is into third place in the 05 boat. And he crosses a couple links behind Mark as Mark and Peter are buddy sailing. Neither one of these guys are going to leave the other guy out of their sight. That's 2 of the top competitors out front. Got Bob Wells in the 2-1 boat. In fourth, looks like David Jensen on the inside here. Fifth, as we head back upwind for the second time. Guys choosing different sides of the course. Got Gary Bull and Larry Grant way out there on a flyer. Trying to turn this into a one beat tack. As Gary really goes out there. Gary's committed to the flyer. I gotta zoom in. I don't even see Gary anymore. There he is. Gary and Larry both on the flyer. If it'll pay off. Gary finally tacks. I'm assuming Larry's gonna tack with him. As Gary Bowl goes for the world's longest ley line. World's longest port ley line. He's got a lot of ground to cover. That's Mark and Peter heading up to that windward mark. Peter's holding off, successfully held off Mark. Uh-oh, cops are here. Cops are here to arrest people for speeding. As check back in on our leaders. Got Peter. Got a few more links on Mark. Let's see if Mark does his trickery. Coming towards the dock, reaching into the gate. Or if he's gonna just try to get on Peter's rear end and smother. Mr. Dan McDuff and Bob Wells. Oh, Dan's doing a penalty turn. Heads downwind, but it looks like he hangs on to fourth, but that lets Bob Wells hang into third. As we head downwind for our finish. That's my trusty score. Comes up here for the end of race 7. That's Peter Feldman, his fancy new winch out front. Mark Allison in the 155. Dan McDuff, oh, maybe he's getting a little one up on Bob, even with the penalty turn. So the V11's going strong today. Bob Wells in the Cantoon S, the 2-1 boat. Big Mike Hansau just having the time of his life. Here. As Mike is doing a huge favor by bringing all the buoys and the marks. All reliable. Big Mike making this happen. So we appreciate Mike for all he does for model sailing, Pacific Northwest. And now Peter going for the outside. Looks like tacks back in. Looks like Mr. McDuff's going to hang on to third. He goes to the inside. See if he can gain some ground. So who knows? Who knows? Sheets in, powers up. Heading to the short side of the line. Got a lot of traffic going on here. As Peter comes in. 4-4. That's Mark has to tack away. And 155. 05. Dan McDuff. Mark Allison in second. Dan McDuff in third.
Well, can we finish at the same time?
I think we got Bob Wells coming in here on fourth. Nice race, Dan.
Sailor.
2-1. A little short squirt here to the finish is a little diabolical. 185. 26. 53. 68. Seven one. 7-1-1. Very close for Team Bowl there. 1-1. 107. 19.
20 seconds. 15 seconds. 10,
believe race 8. The entire fleet goes left, but Alex Clockey and Jerry Warren Brower go right. Let's see who's the smart ones.
Cross L. Thank you.
As we head upwind. Lap number 1.
Contact 6844.
4 no, dude.
As we head upwind. And I have to wait an extra race for Jerry to win. Quite possibly. But I got it on film, Jerry.
I can screw up here.
All right, it's never too late to lose a model sailboat race.
I'm camp on 11 now.
As head up to windward for the first time. Uh-oh.
Risky. Coming in on port.
Port starboard there between Mark and Bob Wells. Mark doing his turn. Bob sailing on. Let's get a few tacks in before we get up to the windward mark.
Uh-oh.
The fleet's pretty tight together. Jerry a little low there. Jerry going back in for a second try.
And there was a gap.
Yeah. Look at that. Well, third time's a charm.
I don't think we hit the gap this time.
No.
Going by everybody.
And looky here. Big Mike Hansel out front. 5'3". V12. Straight off the boat from New Zealand 2 years ago. Finally hitting the water. As goes toe-to-toe with the Croatian Vis of Larry Grant in the 185.
I had room.
Oh boy.
Where's that he rammed into?
I don't know. Beatings will continue till morale improves. But Big Mike out front, Larry pretty close to the same. And we got Mark Allison in the 155. And Al Chiernan, sorry Al, I think I said that right, in the 107 boat. Find himself in 4th place. Peter Conzi in 5th behind Mark Allison. And Alex Clockey on the outside. Everybody's 2x2. This is like Noah's Ark coming down here to the Leeward Gate. So here's the 2 giraffes, Mike and Larry, getting on the Ark. As Mike sizing up that outside gate in the 5'3" boat. Larry looks like he's going to follow him. As we're getting a little later here and later in the day. Larry follows the 185 and looks like Al gets a little bit ahead of Mark. And Mark maybe deciding to go on the inside. Says, I'm not going to be outside of the wheel. I like being over by the dock anyways. And Mark in the 155. Heads up wind. Tacks on to starboard, closes his eyes, bites his lip and says, I'm going to go through the fleet. As people try to avoid, always aim for the stern. Usually the best avoiding techniques. Unless you're on starboard, well, it'd still be leeward starboard. Anyways, back off to the races. Mike Hansel. Clean air. Nobody's reeling Mike in. Mike's put some distance on Larry in the 185. Got Mark Gallson, 155. Peter Conzi. Finally waking up here. made some changes to the boat every day, every time he touches it. Did a little fiberglass repair last night. You'll have to ask Peter about that. Other Peter, not you, Peter.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry.
As we head upwind here, us model sailors try to bump into people. Ron trying to do a little interference work for his son-in-law. You got to do the guy who's right in ahead of Mark. As Mike Hansel on the 5.3 is still out front. Larry Grant, duck below Mike in the 185. So we hit the ley line, and we got the big wakeboard boat out there just churning up waves for us, making Lake Washington bumpy again. As Mike makes it to the windward mark first. Looks like we got something floating out there. Looks like maybe a kilo of cocaine floating through. Can you see what I'm seeing? It's right out there. Where is it? Where is it? Filming a set of narcos. I can't see it through the viewfinder, but I can see it. There's something out there floating, kids. So if you're looking for your drugs, you dropped them in Lake Washington. Mike Hansel's still out front. Larry Grant, the 185, trying to chip away at Mike. Got Mr. Mark Galson in the 155 and the orange draft stripes, the blue Vente. And wow, Peter Feldman has had some penalties, done some turns, I think 2 turns. And yet he's managed to get his way into 4th place. And he almost took out Mark's father-in-law. He tried to run over Papa Ron on the dock. But luckily, Peter and Papa Ron both survived. I'm making you famous on my videos, Ron.
Oh, you're really good. That's great.
I need lots of color commentary. There's a lot of dead time to fill. As Mike Hansel looks like he's going to win this one unless he has a seizure, which is possible. It is possible. As Mike and Larry eyeball the gates, the rest of the fleet will be right on the finish line when these guys are going across the finish line. Mike figured, hey, maybe I should be on starboard. Maybe could have went a little further, Mike, but Mike's gonna try to make her. What's the wind doing? Wind's clocking a little north. 5-3.
Woohoo!
Nice job, Mike.
Go, Mike.
$185. A little glare on the finish line here. 155. 4-4. Yeah, I should be watching down here. It's a little more exciting. Mark roundings as David and Peter stretch to the line. 6-8. 1-1. 107. As the rest of the fleet comes in. Mr. Bob Wells in the 2-1 boat. 2-1. Seven 1-1. 7-1. 1-9. 0-5. 2-6. Woo! Guys making me work. All right, here we are trying something a little bit new. Larry Grant on the camera, his iPhone, and I'm going to do a little voiceover after the fact. And it looks like Start of a race here on Sunday. IOM Region 6. Got Jerry Brower up there at the boat end, tacking onto port. Got Gary Bowl in the 7-1 boat going up the middle. Got Peter Conzi in the 11 boat, the green K2, making some gains on Jerry Brower there on the outside. As Mark Olson in the 155 Vente, light blue going up the middle. Can't tell that orange boat, that might be Jess Atkinson or Alex Clockey. They both had orange boats. We got Bob Wells in the Cantoon S in the 21 boat right there in the center of your screen as Larry struggles to hold that cell phone camera. Still looks a little grainy. Was giving Larry a little digital zoom versus optical zoom lesson somewhere here as Gary Bull in the 7-1 boat crosses Jess Atkinson in the 5-6. And we got Mark Olson in the 155 below below them as they head out to the windward mark here at Coulon, sailing to the south. Had crazy winds yesterday morning. That looks like Gary Bowl gets to the windward mark first. Jess Atkinson just sneaks around. Peter Conzi in the 1-1 boat. Coming over the top of Jess. We've got Peter Feldman there and the Copper Top Viz in the 4-4. Get some room from Jess and Peter. As, we also see Jerry Brower in the mix in the 2-6 boat. As we head back downwind. Downwind, which is northish here at Coulon. See Peter Feldman there in the 4-4 boat, Jess Atkinson in the 5-6 V12 Vickers boat, and Gary Bowl in the Britpop in the 7-1. There's Peter Conzi, the K2, the 1-1 boat, Jerry Brower right next to him in the 2-6. Sorry about that. Too much talking. As the boys head downwind, the Viz takes a little bow but keeps going. As puff comes, as Gary passes by the start buoy there. Looks like we got the Dragon boats out there in the distance as we head north here at Coulon Park. Larry, great job filming. As Peter Feldman makes it to the leeward gate first, followed by Gary Bowl in the 7-1, Jess Atkinson on the outside. We'll see where they cross. Got Jerry Brower in the 2-6, Peter Conzi in the 1-1, Mark Olson. Things are tight here in the 155 boat. We got Dan McDuff in the 0-5 going out, getting in the big wind, getting some height. We got Bob Wells rounding there as we see Peter Feldman in the 4-4 coming up the middle of the screen. Gary Bowl in the 7-1 boat, looks like in second place, I'm assuming. As we get close to the dock here. And there's a nice close-up of the copper-colored Viz. There's Gary Bowl in the all-white 7-1 Britpop. Looking for some lift along the dock. Dock's on the port. Peter keeps putting boat links on people. We got Jess Atkinson in the 5-6 boat coming up the middle, crossing Gary's stern. Got Jerry Warren Brower in the 2-6, another Viz in the top 4 here. As Jerry tacks out on the port. Can't quite make a sail number. And then we got Mark Olson in the 155 coming in from the outside. Looks like he's going to take Jerry's stern. As we glance back up to our leaders, that looks like Peter Feldman out there, going to get to the windward mark first on the second lap, followed by Gary Bowl in the 7-1 and Jess Atkinson in the 5-6 orange V12. And there we got Peter Conzi screaming across in the K2, a little cameo appearance there. The 1-1 boat as Peter Feldman makes it up to that Windward Mark first. Looks like Jerry Brower has found himself in second place. So Jerry must have taken advantage of some shifts to get past Gary and Jess. Jess a little low. Ooh, Jess. Look out, Jess. There's people on starboard there. Jess pauses, takes a stern. And then gets in there behind Mark Gallison and Dan McDuff. A few other people coming in low. Oh, tacking in right near the buoy is always tough. Looks like some contact. Oh boy, those are always rough. And back to our leader there, Jerry. Jerry Brower. I don't know if he got in the lead. Peter Feldman might be ahead of him. There's Britpop going downwind. There, Grant Scorsese going for the extreme close-up on Gary's boat. Gary living out in Sun Valley, Idaho, brought two boats, one for himself, one for Alex Clockey. As he looks to disturb Jerry's air. Looks like Peter Feldman is just off to the right side of your screen, rounding the leeward gate first. Looks like Jerry in the 2-6 boat in second, Gary Ball in third. We've got somebody's finger pointing there. Might be mine. Who knows? There's Jess Atkinson still heading downwind as Jerry and Gary head back upwind. Try to catch up to Peter. Middle of the frame, Larry. Middle of the frame. All right, back to Gary. There's Mark going downwind. You got Bob Wells in the 2-1 boat, David Jensen in the 6-8 red boat, Dan McDuff in the V1105. As Jerry tries to get some gains on Gary, looks like Peter already crossed. Jerry, second and third. And that's it for that video. Okay, here we are again, another start. Larry on the camera. And Dan with the smart Alec rig. Like we're lining up for another start Sunday. They're off. Call David over. Maybe give a pair of love tap as we head upwind. Heading to the south. Wind's getting a little choppier. Our water's getting a little choppier here on Sunday. Here heads back. Looks like I might have called him over early too. But here we head upwind. Can't quite see David Jensen in the red boat. Bob Wells in the 2-1 green boat. Got a little glare. Zoom there. Thank you, Larry. As the boats head upwind. And see Bob tacking, Larry doing some panning in there, and Mark Olson in the 155 boat. Mark on the outside. See the Boeing Renton plant there in the background. Some jumbo jets being built here at the very south end of Lake Washington. As Mark's trying to get to that Windward Mark first. Probably going to make it. Port tacker there. Going to cross Mark. That Mr. Bob Wells, 2-1. The green looks right. We've got Alex Clockey in this Thank Kevin 7-11 boat there. And no, it is Mr. Peter Conzi in the 7-1-1 boat. He gets the Windward Mark first. Mr. Mark Olson, 155. The Vente right behind him. Got Alex Clockey in third. And Gary Ball there in the 7-1 boat. Jess Atkinson in the 5-6. Jerry Brower in the 2-6. Dave Jensen in the 6-8. 107, that's Al Chiernan from Sonoma, California, and Per Flargar from Centralia, Washington in the 1-9. The 11 boat coming downwind. As you see the two orange boats teaming up there. Alex and Jess in the 7-1-1 and Jess in the 5-6. Britpop orange versus Vickers orange. Well, Vickers Orange looks like it's a little faster than Britpop Orange. We got some more Vickers Red in the 6.8. Alex is in the middle of the Vickers sandwich there. Nowhere to go, Alex. You're stuck. He has Gary Bull out by himself in the 7-1 boat. Trying to, if my memory serves correct, trying to chase down Mark and Peter Feldman, or not Peter Feldman, Peter Conzi. Got two Peters in this race. Peter Conzi in the 1-1 and Peter Feldman in the 4-4. There's Peter Conzi still out front looking for some wind. Looks like it's kind of died, but this is what I call a big water venue. Big water venue, a lot of times you get a lot of chop. So you got 20 mile an hour chop and 2 mile an hour wind, but looks like Peter Conzi makes it to lure gate first. Mark decides to follow. Try to grind down on Peter. Just pressure, pressure, pressure. See if he cracks. Gary Bull and Jess Atkinson are going to get there in third. Almost pretty even split. Different gates. We'll see where Gary and Jess cross each other. That'll be interesting.
They're using both.
Gary Brower in the 2-6 pair, and the 1-9 going outside. Dan McDuff, the 0-5 following Bob Wells. Got Gary Bull in the 7-1.
Back to our leaders, Larry.
Get the cross. We check back in our leaders. Looks like Mark's got some distance, Peter's got some height, but the Vente was moving fast for Mark this weekend. Looks like Mark's got a little more twist in the main than Peter. Peter's got a little tighter leech on his main. Trying to find the magic for the K2 again. As Mark's Vente just barrels upwind. Peter might be pointing a little higher. Mark's going to have to attack. They're both too low, so they're both going to have to throw another tack in here to get to that windward mark. Peter might get the best mark on this one. Really shifty winds this weekend. Had a tough time setting courses. Sometimes some 45-degree shifts. Trying to time the start for when it's on the good shift, but there's our leaders, Mark Collison, the 155, Peter Conzi in the 1-1. So it looks like Mark got the best of Peter on that upwind by a few boat lengths as Mark rounds first, Peter in second. Jerry Bull is clawing back in third in 7-1 Britpop as Mark goes wide. Avoiding some other boats. Just Atkinson. Got to get the brain and the mouth working. Late here in the garage, doing some voiceover work. The Shier Shipyard Production Studios as we watch Mark 155, Peter in the 1-1, and Gary Bull the 7-1 going downwind. Gary Bull says, well, why don't you eat some dirty air, Peter? As Gary tries to slow Peter down. That only benefits Mark, because then Mark can run off the front. So, unlike NASCAR, the Tour de France, where drafting helps, doesn't help in sailboat racing. But Mark's putting some more boat links on Peter. Peter puts some boat links on Gary. David Jensen there, black draft stripes and a red boat. As Larry can't figure out who to film, and then we catch our leader going around a lured gate. For the second time, Conzi looking to power up those sails, going to follow Mark to the outside. Attack a little sooner, Peter? I don't know. Trying to get some angle, but Peter continues on. We got Gary 7-1 in third place. As Peter attacks towards the finish line. Mark's already there. 155. Peter decides to go through the fleet on starboard. In the 1-1 boat. That was an unfortunate shift there for Peter. Tacks back, gets on the port, get over line before Gary. Looks like Gary Bull is 7-1 in third. Crack cameraman, getting all the boats. Getting his racing buddy Jess Atkinson, the 5-6 boat, some airtime. We got out here. Larry's filming Jess.
107.
Got a few other boats. There's Pear in the 1-9, Alex Clocky in the 7-1-1.
711.
Jess Atkinson, 5-6. Okay, here we are again. Got Larry on the camera, Dan on the mouth. 10 seconds.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All clear.
Looks like we're heading upwind. Mark shot out of a cannon. 155. Got Larry's finger in the lens. Got Gary Bull right behind Mark. 7-1 boat. Got Pear in the 1-9. Mark just tech back. Feldman on starboard. Jerry tacks away in the 2-6 boat. And towards the outside, getting back to the right. Al Chernin, the 107. David Jensen, the 6-8 red boat. Got a fisherman and the whaler up there, checking out our races. Coming in, play a little wind blocker by our windward mark. This David boat seems a little more upright. Larry, get your finger out of the lens. Larry! Finger, Larry. Oh my God. He's apprentice. You really gotta stay on him. That's Larry's finger on the left, blurring things out as Atkinson in the 5-6 crosses people on starboard to work on his classic port approach as things are shifting, big shifts throughout these races. Really challenge the skippers and me as a course setter, but I think Jess gets on the starboard, might be a little low. Larry's fingers coming in and out of the frame to distract me. Slogging slow. Jess looks like he's going to slam a couple tacks in there. Crossing some of the starboard boats. Giving up some positions. As Peter Feldman gets the offset first. Jerry Brower might sneak in there in the 2-6 for second. So that's Viz and Viz. Or Vis and Vis. And then Gary Bull, 7-1. Sides, I'm going to get up here to the inside. Got Mark Olson, 155. We got Larry's finger still in there.
Gary on the outside.
Oh, yeah.
Riding that Idaho Express.
Oh. Looks like they're saying something. They're saying something there. Let's turn up that volume a little. Yes. Oh, we got Gary Bull, the 7-1. Sneaking out there. Sneaking in front of Mark in the 155.
Shoot for the outside. No, just going inside now.
Got some dual commentary.
Inside looks good.
Like Larry and I were talking. Hopefully we can get them both to come up on the audio.
These Mark's boats just squirts. Shrouds. 2 wires on the side of the mast.
Gary Bull coming up the middle in the 7-1. Mark Dawson, 155.
She did say a lot of bad things about me last night.
She had the liquid truth on board. You guys are all going to hear it last night.
No, she behaved herself. Are you kidding? Look at that. Outside came in.
1
Looks like me and Amy and Larry were chatting about Bob's dinner.
He says he goes till they can't see the boat any longer.
Larry commenting on Gary's eyesight.
He was,
Gary goes way outside. We got Peter Feldman with 4-4. Jerry in the 2-6.
lefty's a strategy. Nice try. That big lefty came in. I don't think that's going to pay this time.
Larry, get the boats in the camera. There's the top of some masts of Mark Dawson. The orange draft stripes, easy to pick Mark out in 155. Looks like Peter Feldman a little low. That's the tack. Mark and Jess. Mark in 1-5. Around there first. Jess the second. Peter Feldman the 4-4. Third. The rest of the fleet
Nice
coming up
surprise,
there.
man. 155 in front again.
As Mark fills the sails and heads downwind. Jess on his right side, Peter on his left side. Got Jerry Brower in the 2-6. Some damn good film work, Larry. It's impressive. All from the cell phone. Yep. Got the zoom working. That was Mark in 155, Peter and Jess got downwind. First, second, third. Got to get Larry a wind muffler for his microphone.
I had two pairs of pliers going at it, so.
We got the Renton, the V12.
Yeah, looks like Jess passed Mark going downwind there.
That thing's V.
Mark's got the inside. The Viz, the Vente, and the Vickers.
Mark to the outside, just the inside.
See where Jess and Mark end up. Jerry goes outside with 2-6. Mark's going to be on starboard. Double Peter. The 4-4 boat. We'll see where Jess Atkinson's in the frame here. Oh, Jeff's getting lifted.
155, 56, 4-4.
Looks like Mark got it. All right, a little more voiceover action. Finger is not the lens this time. A little wind action, wind noise. It's Mark Carlson, the 155, Gary Boland, 7-1, Jess Atkinson, V12, 5-6. Jess racing good this weekend. Unfortunately, missed a bunch of races on Saturday, but came back, fighting back strong on Sunday here. As we get a little later in the day, a little glare up there at the windward marks. It looks like black and white. iPhone turns black and white on you when you go into the sun. David Dempson there in the red boat, 6-8. Around.
Yeah.
You can see the angles they're coming in up there, windward mark there. Get a sail number. Mark Olson, the 155. Followed by Gary Bolden, 7-1 in second place. And Peter Conzi, the 1-1. Head downwind. Mark in first, Gary in second, Peter in third, Jess getting a little squirt past Peter. Gary rides a puff and surfing. And after Mark,
potatoes going pretty good.
Skipping Mark a little bit.
Yeah.
Buck runs out. Mark keeps going. Justin Peter, 2x2, heading down. Mark and Gary, first pair onto the arc. Mark's got the inside. Next to Lord Gate first. Gary following behind him.
Well, you gotta start narrating here.
Oh, yeah, starting there. Mark and Gary go to the outside. Mark tacks back on the starboard. Gary behind him, trying to gain a little bit of height.
Get your finger out of the way.
Peter Feldman to the inside. Everybody going outside. Peter taking the road less traveled. Getting headed by a little Coulon chop here. We're in a 90-degree wind shift at the moment. Due west right now. For our reaching parade. Big shifty, unstable air this weekend. Glad to be solidly racing today. Mr. Jess Atkinson out there in the 5-6 boat. This draw Peter Conzi making the K2 grade again. 1-1 boat in 4th place. Threatened to throw that boat away. He said it was a dud. It's undudded for some reason. Peter Feldman in 4-4, 5th place. I guess I should look at what you're looking at on the camera. That's always good form. Like I'm filming one thing and I talk about something else. Look at Pear running the old jib on center line. It's an interesting new tuning technique.
I think we have that caught on the shrouds.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Spreaders?
Some pop. Yeah, he's untuned. He's retuned. As Mark makes it to the windward mark first. Larry, hold that camera still. You're making me seasick. Taking me back to my fat man and flip-flop days when I was filming on my cell phone. Give you a gift card for a monopod. Because better equipment always makes you a better filmer. Never. Said no one.
Well, hopefully the next regatta I will not be filming, I'll be racing.
Really, there are actually some cool cameras that will follow. Like they use them for soccer and stuff. I gotta figure out how they can follow a RC boat automatically. But they're really expensive. But so much for film talk. Back to the action. Mark Allson's still out front, the 155. Gary Bowl and Jess Atkins fighting it out for 2nd and 3rd place. It's Peter and Peter in the double number boats. Who you're not filming. Are you going to follow my talk?
Oh,
or
okay.
Am I going to follow you? We got to come up with a plan here, Larry.
Okay.
Just had a good Peter and Peter joke.
Oh,
They're right neck and neck.
Well, I was.
One owns 1-1, one's 4-4.
I was
You and
watching Gary catch a wave and almost run into
I know.
Mark.
You and your bromance with Gary. It's just, I know you can't take your eyes off it. As we come in here for a finish.
And I think this is where Larry's camera shuts off right when you don't want
Jeff's
it
gonna
to.
nip Gary.
12 seconds.
Let's see. 155. 5-6. 7-1.
Here we go. Few people over. Crack PRO, not letting him get away with anything. But it's Jess Atkinson benefits from those 3 guys over early. Out front, 5-6 boat. Got Gary Bowl and Peter Conzi going at it at the top of your screen in the 7-1 and the 1-1 boat. Bob Wells looking for a lane. Cantoon S in the 2-1 boat heading upwind. This looks like a big shift. These guys going to lay the mark. The PRO is sleeping? Possibly. Nope, they're not going to. Well, I think they're going to have to tack. Oh, another shift back. Folks get some tacking in. Bob tacks away, Peter tacks away. Can't quite tell sail numbers up there. As boats head upwind. As Jess Atkinson, Peter Conzi on the starboard first. Heading towards that windward mark. Maybe this is Peter's race here. Oh, you got to throw a little tack in there. Tacking in the zone. You tack in the zone, you just don't have any rights in the zone usually. Somebody else gets in there first. So as Peter gets the offset first, the 1-1, Gary Bull right behind him. Potato Flash, Sun Valley Shuffle, 7-1 boat as he tries to get his sails to wing out for him. We got Dan McDuff and the 05 boat in the mix out of Olympia, California. California transplant migrating north, kind of like myself, as Peter Conzi takes off in the V2. K2, not the V2. And the 1-1 boat heading downwind. Oh! And that's Peter Conzi will not be happy with that video getting cut short, Larry Grant. Well, boys head upwind. You guys over early. Getting late on Sunday. Death by sailing. Got 30 races in. Got 13 races in on Saturday. 17 on Sunday. Single fleet. 14 boats. Could have been 15. Royce Reed. If you didn't end up in San Diego, really would have liked to have you on the line. As we head into the black and white zone for Larry's camera sensor, the iPhone. It's not like the overlight position. The guy in the kayak, he wants to be a model sailor. He hung out all weekend watching. So hopefully we've got a new guy to join us sailing as we head up to the windward mark. As Jess Atkinson makes it there first in the 5-6 boat. Doing the offset first. Got our party barge, patio boat up there watching the action. Got Al Chernin in the 107, second place. Nice job, Al. Peter Conzi fighting for third. Just in front of Jerry Brower. Peter in the 1-1 boat, Jerry in the 2-6. Clocky in the 7-1-1. Heading downwind. As the rest of the fleet still pretty tight. Coming there in our bumpy conditions. Had a tough day on Saturday waiting for wind for a couple of hours. It seemed like, oh no! And that's all she wrote.